Hey everybody, I'm Melrosa. Today I'm going to be talking about Chris Brown and Karruche at Coachella, linking up again, and my survivor with domestic abuse. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is going to be my first, commentary vlog, so bear with me. So I noticed a lot of people were talking about Chris Brown and Karruche linking back up at Coachella, and Karruche seeming kind of like friendly with him or whatever, and kind of like dismissing her history of abuse with him, or like him being abusive towards her, to be specific. And I felt that was kind of silly. I felt that people don't really understand what people that go through abuse, like the mindset of what happened to somebody like that. You don't necessarily write somebody off if they were abusive to you. Sometimes even, I don't know specifically what's happening in Karruche's brain. I don't know Karruche, so I can't tell you like her mindset. But just in general, like history, like survivors of abuse, like we don't necessarily demonize the person that was abusing us. We don't necessarily look at them like a villain. So if you're gonna see them in like a public setting, it's not going to make you act cold to them necessarily. Depending on the situation, everybody is different. A lot of years pass by for them, so maybe she even views him in a positive light. It doesn't mean that he didn't abuse her. You know what I mean? And I found it kind of weird that people were being super dismissive. There are so many reasons why she could have been friendly towards him in that moment, and it was a very brief interaction, you know? Um, I'm going to talk a bit about my survivor story with my ex. It's kind of what this project is about, my upcoming project. I was in a situation where he was very emotionally abusive. He never physically hit me. The most he would do is kind of like punch holes in the wall, I guess to intimidate me. I'm not really sure, honestly. But a lot of what he would do would be kind of like, he would allow one of his friends to harass me, as far as like being really derogatory about my body and my mental health. I have bipolar disorder, and he would say very like derogatory things about my mental health, very dehumanizing things, and in front of my ex, and he wouldn't defend me. So that was one thing. A lot of things that he was kind of very possessive with me. He would kind of make up reasons to not trust me for some reason. I don't really know what his particular insecurity was when it came to me, but he didn't really want me to have any friends. He really wanted me to stay isolated. And for some reason, he would oftentimes request for space, but then when I would give him space and I would hang out with my friends, he would complain about that. You know what I mean? I was really young. I was like 19. So, and it was my first relationship. So these kind of things were kind of like, I didn't really think anything of it. Like, oh, he has a mean friend. You know what I mean? It shouldn't matter that like he's being like rude to me, because even though it's in front of him, because like everybody has a mean friend, right? He doesn't like me. Like that's kind of what I thought. The punching holes in front of in the wall, like I don't know, I didn't think anything of that for some reason. All of these like series of events, him kind of like breaking me down emotionally, made me eventually try to end my life a few times. And it's something that I do regret. I kind of wish I just left during the turmoil, you know what I mean? But it's one of those things that I don't understand the mindset of people that deal with abuse, like even firsthand. Like I could only imagine what somebody that is dealing with somebody that has a high status like a Chris Brown, what goes in your brain, like when you're experiencing this. Like somebody might be thinking, wow, like not even just with Karruche, like somebody that deals with celebrities that are abusive towards them might be thinking, wow, like I'm so lucky, like I'm with this guy, he has all these women want him and everybody, like he has all this money and I should be so lucky to be with him and he treats me good sometimes, you know, we have good times sometimes, you know what I mean. I don't like, that's a bit more specific to celebrity and like the power dynamics between like women that might not have status versus like men that have status. But as far as like regular people abuse, again, I don't know what exactly is the mind F, so to speak, because for many years I actually still wanted to be with this ex, and I don't know why. I left him because I found out he was cheating. His face smelled like um another woman's it's YouTube, so I don't know what's allowed on here, but it smelled like another woman on his face. 3 different times. I was new to like interpersonal interactions like that, so I didn't know what, like I wasn't fully sure what I was smelling. You know what I mean? Like the kitty, so to speak. I wasn't fully sure what I was smelling. So like I let it go the first time and I was like, oh, what is that? I smelled it the second time and I was like, oh, yeah, it's weird, but it was getting like, you know, more real. The third time it happened, I just kind of closed the door. Like I was at his house. I kissed him and I smelled it again. So I left immediately and I called him on the phone and I cursed him out. But even after all of that, I still wanted to be with him for a long time after that. You know what I mean? Um, and it's kind of the thing, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what mentally goes on with the mindset of victims of abuse. You know what I mean? Like, it's a strange mind F, you know? Because people have probably gone through worse. Well, I don't want to compare, but, you know, people have gone through physical abuse and not just like mental mind games. You know what I mean? To kind of like break your self-esteem down. There are people that have been through physical abuse and they still go through wanting to be with this person. And it's not really something that you can explain with logic. So I feel like people trying to be dismissive of Karruche, like, oh, well, she's being too friendly. This has never been an issue. It's kind of like, no, like, a lot of these things can't be explained away with, oh, they seem like they're so happy, or, oh, they seem like they're on good terms. The abuse still happens. Just because somebody might even go back to somebody, it doesn't mean that the abuse is not happening. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll talk more about my story in another video. I kind of gave a little light into it. But I think I'm gonna end it here. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to be dropping some more music about that situation. And if you want to hear 2 songs that reflect on it, Silly Clown and Time to Hurt Some More, out now. And those are both about my ex-relationship.